wanted to do was to expose you to the words that she wrote, because otherwise you won't know what it is. So what I did was I broke it up into different paragraphs, and everybody has one, and we will start with number 1. If you got a script, you know when it's your turn. You will stand up, please, and use your big voice. That's the teacher in me, sorry. You'll stand up and you will speak to the crowd as if you were the queen and you were there. So Pi'ilani is number 1.
I, Niliu Okalani of Hawaii, by the will of God, named heir apparent on the 10th day of April, AD 1877, and by the grace of God, Queen of the Hawaiian Islands on the 17th day of January, AD 1893, do hereby protest against the ratification of a certain treaty, which, so I am informed, has been signed at Washington by Messrs. Hatch, Thurston, and Kinney, purporting to cede those islands to the territory and dominion of the United States. I declare such a treaty to be an act of wrong toward the native and part native people of Hawaii, an invasion of the rights of the ruling chiefs, in violation of international rights both toward my people and toward friendly nations with whom they have made treaties, the perpetuation of the fraud whereby the constitutional government was overthrown, and finally, an act of gross injustice to me.
Because the official protest made by me on the 17th day of January 1893 to the so-called provisional government was signed by me and received by said government with the assurance that the case was referred to the United States of America for arbitration.
Because that protest and my communications to the United States government immediately thereafter expressly declare that I yielded my authority to the forces of the United States in order to avoid bloodshed, and because I recognize the futility of a conflict with so formidable a power.
Because the President of the United States, the Secretary of State, and an envoy commissioned by them reported in official documents that my government was unlawfully coerced by the forces, diplomatic and naval, of the United States. That I was, at the date of their investigations, the constitutional ruler of my people.
Because neither the above-named commission nor the government which sends it has ever received any such authority from the registered voters of Hawaii, but derives its assumed powers from the so-called Committee of Public Safety, organized on or about the 17th day of January, 1893, said committee being composed largely of persons claiming American citizenship, and not one single Hawaiian was a member thereof, or in any way participated in the demonstration leading to its existence.
Because my people, about 40,000 in number, have in no way been consulted by those, 3,000 in number, who claim the right to destroy the independence of Hawaii, my people constitute 4/5 of the legally qualified voters of Hawaii, and excluding those imported for the demands of labor, about the same proportion of the inhabitants.
Because said treaty ignores not only the civic rights of my people, but further the hereditary property of their chiefs. Of the 4 million acres composing the territory, said treaty offers to annex 1 million, or 915,000 acres, has in no way been heretofore recognized as other than private property of the constitutional monarchy, subject to a control and now way differing from other items of a private estate.
Because it is proposed by said treaty to confiscate said property, technically called the Crown lands, those legally entitled thereto, either now or in succession, receiving no consideration whatever for estates, their title to which has been always undisputed, and which is legitimately in my name at this date.
Because said treaty ignores not only all professions of perpetual amity and good faith made by the United States in former treaties with the sovereigns representing the Hawaiian people, but all treaties made by those sovereigns with other and friendly powers, it is thereby in violation of international law.
Because by treating with the parties claiming at this time the right to secede said territory of Hawaii, the government of the United States receives such territory from the hands of those whom its own magistrates, legally elected by the people of the United States and in office in 1893, pronounced fraudulently in power and unconstitutionally ruling Hawaii.
Therefore, I, Lili'uo Kalani of Hawaii, do hereby call upon the President of that nation, to whom alone I yield my property and my authority, to withdraw said treaty, ceding said islands from further consideration. I ask the Honorable Senate of the United States to decline to ratify and said treaty, and I implore the people of this great and good nation, from whom my ancestors learned the Christian religion, to sustain their representatives in such acts of justice and equity as may be in accord with the principles of their fathers, and to the Almighty Ruler of the universe, to him who judgeth righteously, I commit my cause.
United States of America, 17th day of June in the year 1897, and signed by Lili'uo Kalani and witnessed by Joseph Heleluhe, Wokeki Heleluhe, and Julius A. Palmer.
Hela ea ea ea, hela ea ea ea. We the voices behind the face of the Hawaiian nation, the Hawaiian race, rise for justice, the day has come for all our people to stand as one. Hela ea ea ea, hela ea ea ea. E huli ho'i ka paki ni alami, gone the days of the alami ways. E kiko i ka piko o ka mana o ka poe, power of the people is the piko. O ka piko ke aloha o ka aina, aloha aina. We the warriors born to live on what the land and sea can give, defend our birthright to be free, to give our children liberty. Hela ea ea ea, hela ea ea ea. E huli ho'i ka paki ni alami, gone the days of the alami ways. E kiko i ka piko o ka mana o ka poe, power of the people is the piko. O ka piko ke aloha o ka aina, aloha aina. Ke alai, ke alai, ke alai, ke alai. Warriors, we in unity rise up to set our children free. Come, my brother, and listen to Mother, Papa calling you.